Adjusting to this new normal can be difficult as the COVID-19 pandemic continues, and there can be some hidden stresses you might not even be aware of. Dr. Richard Busch with Busch Chiropractic is here today. So, what are some of the ways that we might see this stress that's coming out with social distancing?
Well, they've been doing some studies and following what chiropractors are seeing, and about 92% of the chiropractors around the country have actually seen, and this is a smaller study, but they've seen patients seeing all kinds of different stress-related issues, whether it's neck pain or back pain or headaches, or even we talked about TMJ problems, those types of things, and even digestive disturbances are actually showing up a lot more as a result of this. Not only the lockup that we had, but also the social distancing, the wearing the masks and everything else. They're all playing a huge role in how people are getting along right now.
Right, and sometimes we might not even realize that we're so stressed out until we start feeling some of these symptoms.
Exactly. One of the things that we're seeing, and I brought some notes today because I want to make sure that we hit some of these the higher spots, but the biggest thing that we see are patients that are starting to notice more insomnia. Okay, and stress it affects us all in a lot of different ways, but insomnia is a huge one. We're also seeing changes in diet. We've all gained several pounds over the course of the last 6 months. I know I have. I'm getting ready to take care of that. And along with that, we're not exercising as much as well. It's kind of hard to get back on that bicycle after the gyms have been closed for so long. Now we can actually get back in there and get back in working out again. And then also our relationships, whether it's our friends or our family, our kids, they're all actually seeing a lot more stress in the interactions that we're seeing with them, because in some cases we're spending more time, especially if we're still working at home. And a lot of my patients are. And so they're seeing a lot of problems with that too.
Yeah, unintended casualties of that stress. So what are some ways that we can cope?
One of the biggest ways and one of the easiest things that we can do is actually taking some time away from not only our work but everything else, and actually spending time with our families, really actually spending time with them. I've actually had to make sure that I'm carving off some additional time with my son, who's 7, and he's terrified by these masks and everything else. He tells me that every time we go out. So that's something that's very important. Something else that's very important is making sure that we're doing some things from a supplementation standpoint, checking our diets. The interesting thing is things like vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin A, zinc, they can all help boost our immune systems a little bit to help fight, help us deal with viruses in the future. Something else we don't think about a lot, meditation. Okay, at least quieting our own mind so we can actually calm ourselves down. And the thing that goes along with that that's the most important is breathing. I don't know if you've noticed, but if you walk around, you see people who are stressed, we all have a tendency to breathe way up here. And the problem is we're not breathing off a lot of the carbon dioxide, which is also a result of the masks that we're wearing. And as a result of that, it causes an elevated heart rate. It causes an elevated stress level. Blood pressure goes up, and it also causes things like snoring, increased stress levels, and a lot of other problems that go along with that. So they're all things that we need to make sure that we're doing, especially even the breathing exercises.
Yeah, deep breath, calm down. Dr. Busch, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank
We're
you
out
very
of
much.
time.
Oh.
I know, so much good information, but you can learn more about Busch Chiropractic or schedule an appointment. Just call the number there on your screen or head over to buschchiropractic.com.